So I've been replaying the Assassin's Creed franchise from the beginning, and I just finished Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Um, Before I get started, there will be probably a few spoilers throughout, so if you haven't finished this game, feel free to save this, come back. Normally, what I do is I'll talk about the game a little bit. I have a pro and con list that I go through, and then I kind of just wrap it up with any final thoughts. So, this is my overall review over Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. This is a phenomenal Assassin's Creed game. Just a little bit of backstory. This was weirdly enough the first AC game I ever played. I randomly got a copy of Brotherhood and I put it in my PS3 and I fell in love with this franchise. I've loved this franchise ever since I played it. I think this is the most condensed, but most satisfying Ezio story that I've played so far. Comparatively for the AC2, where it's just 23 years of Ezio's life, this is a much more condensed, more focused part of his life, basically trying to reclaim Roma from the Borgia. And I think also you're getting to see Ezio build the Brotherhood and to become the mentor of the Brotherhood, which I enjoy immensely, and I think that's my favorite part, and that's why they have a lot of love for Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. But with that out of the way, let's go to the pros and cons list and see what I wrote down. All right, as you can see, I have way more pros than cons. So I'll start with the cons first. So the first four sequences can be a little slow. Getting back into the groove of things, it is very slow. And at times I'm like, wow, it might be just a little too slow. The Da Vinci missions, okay? The Leonardo da Vinci missions are great in concept. But genuinely, at least for me, every single mission is dreadful. I finished them all just because I felt like I needed to, but also the reward is basically a parachute, which I never used. But, Leonardo da Vinci is one of the best NPCs, best side characters in Assassin's Creed. So, of course, I want to do missions to help him out, but those missions are dreadful. There is a mission, just going to call it the beer mission, and it's one of the most frustrating missions I have ever played in my entire life. If you've played the mission, you'll know, but it's kind of crazy that in the entire game, that's probably the only mission that I was like wanting to pull my hair out doing. So that's a good thing. All right, so now on to the pros. Again, bear with me on the pro and con list because I'm basically writing these as I experience these moments. So sometimes, looking back, it can be a little difficult to remember what I'm talking about. But if you played the games, it'll probably refresh your memory. So on to the pros. The assassins recruitment is great, and setting them on missions are probably my favorite part. So the concept of building the Brotherhood is the reason I love AC Brotherhood. I love, the mechanic or minigame, whatever you want to call it, where you send these your recruits on missions to get cash or items and also level them up so you can, upgrade their armor, upgrade their weapons to a point where there are, basically master assassins themselves, and you get to a point where you're going to have, I think it's about 12 master assassins, which it is so cool. It is just so cool. I love that little mechanic, and I had so much fun utilizing that mechanic in Brotherhood. While not as personal as AC2, watching Ezio build the Italian Brotherhood is a treat, and the game makes you feel like the head of an order. Like I said in the intro of this video, that's the best part. You really feel like the Ezio, the prime Ezio, who is the head of the Italian Brotherhood that he helped rebuild basically from the ground up, and to become the mentor of this order. I think the game does an amazing job to portray and let you feel like that role that you earned. The mechanic of ordering assassins to take out targets in the game and the arrow storm are oh so satisfying. That's what I mean by feeling like you have true power and true reach in the game. Nothing's better than when you see a target that you need to take out and you're just close enough to lock on so you send one of your assassins, he finishes the job, and you keep moving like nothing happened. It's so cool. And then the arrow storm, being surrounded by a bunch of guards when you inevitably get caught, or when you're trying not to get caught, being able to take out all marked enemies basically in your area just makes you feel like an unstoppable assassin. I absolutely love that. Finally, Sequence 9, The Fall, as it's called, is just amazing. It feels truly epic. I enjoy a lot of that sequence, particularly Ezio's when he finally gets back at Cesare Borgia. It feels like a culmination of this game in the highest regard. I absolutely enjoyed every aspect of it. Overall, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, for me, is a mechanical improvement. It adds some great overall additional mechanics to the Assassin's Creed franchise. And for me, I just love the more condensed story of Ezio building the Italian Brotherhood. I could understand people preferring AC2 for its more personal 23-year long story where you basically see Ezio from a carefree 17-year-old to a much older, mature assassin. But when it's short, focused, and condensed, I think AC Brotherhood for me is better. I do prefer this game over AC2. So let me know in the comments. What did you think of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood? I, as you can tell, absolutely love this game. Now I'll be on to Assassin's Creed Revelations.